Hi, I'm John Napolitano with U.S. Wealth Management, live on the floor of the New England Food Show. I've got Carl Guggenmoss with me. Carl is the Senior Business Consultant at SnapChef and a Johnson & Wales
Dean
stud.
Emeritus.
You're a Dean Emeritus. That's not just any old position there, Carl.
It's an old position.
Yeah, I'll say. You got to be good to get there.
Yeah.
Now, we all know you need the right tools to do any job right, but
That's
then
good.
keeping those tools in primo shape is another story. I've dealt so many knives in my life. Can you help us out here on how to kind of make dull knives work better?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
I want to, right off the bat, dispel a lot of misconceptions. First of all, a lot of accidents happen in the kitchen with knives, obviously, you cut yourself. But most accident happens because your knives are dull, because you slip off the food product that you have, and then you cut yourself. So how do you keep a knife sharp? Well, first of all, it's important to have the right tool. And one of the things is, especially for knives, is that you want to find, especially the larger ones, that they balance in your hand. You see this one, for example, balanced perfectly. So you have the same amount of weight in your hand as you have up front. So you never get the tendonitis or the problems with your arms getting tired. Now, how do you keep them sharp? Most of the time, people at their home have a steel like this that normally comes with a knife kit, and it's important to use that every time before you do any kind of work with a knife. But a steel doesn't sharpen steel. Stone sharpens steel. It's harder than steel, and also will provide the sharp edge that you need. What the steel does is, when you look at the blade, the sharp end of the knife under a microscope, when you work with a lot of ragged edges and a lot of burrs on it, when you start working on it, a lot of the steel kind of breaks off, and because it starts to magnetically or with food leftovers stick to the edge of the knife. So what you do is you learn to kind of take those off before you work, and you just simply go down and let the knife naturally guide you. That's why the steel is a little bit elongated or oval at the end, so you can kind of come down at the end, and you make some very even kind of motions toward you. There's a guard on here, and you never want to do it this way, obviously. You always keep your hands back and hold it sort of semi-vertical and or horizontal, and then you just go down with your edge very easily, and then over time you can go
Now all the
faster
burrs
and
are
faster.
gone, we've got a smooth surface.
Right, well that's the norm. Under normal working conditions, that's what you do every day. But eventually, because you're working with a knife, and especially on plastic knife cutting boards, which we use nowadays, I grew up on wooden, and when you use wooden cutting boards, your knives don't get as dull all the time. So what happens when your knife gets really dull? Well, the only solution is a stone. Now you can buy a tri-stone at home, but it's kind of cumbersome, and you have to find the right angle to do so. I have here, this is a commercial knife sharpener. So as you can see inside here, there are two opposite diamond stones. They're going to rotate in opposite direction, and then over here is a plastic buffer that basically does the job like what the steel does. So how do we go about, when you buy that? Obviously you can buy one like this, but these are very expensive. You can order them, but Williams and Sonoma or other companies, they now sell smaller ones. But eventually you need a rotating electric or motor-driven stone to sharpen that edge back on. Find one that has the same type, that has the angle already built in. So the easiest way to do it then is hold your knife from the top, hold your knife firmly, don't hold it like this, hold it by the handle, put your hand on top, and very carefully start at the edge, and in one motion pull them down. So that's once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Normally, at a normal use, that's enough. If the stone has enough motion and enough power to move the stone across and sharpen the knife, you should be okay.
So just one dumb question. The average homeowner that really messes that process up, what is it that they do that makes it not good?
Well, I can't really demonstrate it, because if you're not careful, no, because and you can get hurt really bad too. If you go on the wrong angle, then it will pop up.
Ouch.
And you have a big cut in your knife. So do it very slowly. I do it one more time. Watch it very careful. Hold the knife straight. Maybe look from the top, and then when you make contact, in one
Just keep going.
even motion, pull it down.
Very nice.
And then wipe it off, and then we do the same thing in the buffer. Hold it on the top, and then just run it down
fine
one
sound.
time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Then we clean it off again, and then you can do the litmus test of a sharp knife. I'm going to turn this off. Now the only thing that you cannot do on this is serrated knives. You can, but you have to really know professionally how to do it, because you have to go with each one of
too
the
much
grooves.
work.
So how do I know that my knife is sharp again? Well, the easiest way is that why we brought the piece of paper.
Ah,
So you take a piece of paper, hold it straight, and then let the knife do the job. Just go like this.
wow.
And when you have like a clean edge, just like here, you know your knife is sharp.
Well done. Well, our viewers may never learn to sharpen a knife as well as you have, Carl. You do a phenomenal job. I thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, and congratulations on all
Thank
your
you. All
well-deserved
right.
success.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.